Alright, so today we are talking about circles centered at 0, 0. Before we talk about that even though, let's think. What is true about any point on a circle with a radius of 10? What is true at any point on a circle? So it could be this point, could be that point, could be this one, could be this one, could be that one.
The distance to the middle is 10.
Perfect. That's exactly the words I was looking for. The distance. Distance. The distance to the center is 10. Distance to the center is 10, right? Because our radius is 10. No matter where I am on the circle, the distance to the center is 10. So the radius is the same as the distance. Well, what's going to happen here is we're going to be writing equations for circles, guys. And our equations come right from Pythagorean Theorem and the distance formula, right? We saw those were connected on Monday. So our equations for circles come right from distance formula, come right from our Pythagorean Theorem. So we're going to try and write an equation now, right? It gave us a hint here. Think about Pythagorean Theorem. If I'm looking at this circle here, I want to write an equation centered at 0, 0 raised to 10. That's that circle. Well, if I'm going to use Pythagorean Theorem, I need a what?
Triangle.
I need a triangle, which would have an hypotenuse, right?
A right angle.
A right angle, a right triangle with an hypotenuse. Do I have that right now on that picture?
Yeah, you do. It's right there.
Believe it or not, they drew it on there for us. How nice of them. Right? Well, but I don't have sidelines. Do I?
Yes. Yeah.
What are they?
I don't know. I can't count that one.
Well, we're not counting because it's not always on a scale.
You use a point even then.
Well, let's think. Hey, if I give you a point, let's just say -5, -2. Alec, how would you go about graphing that point? What would you do first?
Go to the left 5 and up or down 2.
You go to the left 5 and you go down 2, right? So because your x value, you go left and right. So if I give you the point maybe xy, I'd be going left and right. So I'd be going right, x. Does that make sense? Right? Like I go left, -5, but I'm going right, just whatever this x value is, because it could be anything. And you said you went down 2 because your y value changes up and down. So it's like I go up, y. Does that make sense? Like if I could even pick, let's say I use this point here. My hypotenuse is still 10, because that's my radius. I went left, x amount, and I went down, y amount. Right? We don't know what that point is, but I know I'm going left with an x value, I'm going down with a y value. Well, if I was to use Pythagorean Theorem on that triangle, either of the two, what would come out of it?
10.
Well, what would our Pythagorean Theorem look like?
X squared plus y
A
squared equals
B
10.
squared equals.
So a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but like Carlina said, x squared plus y squared equals 10 squared. Right? Well, what's 10 squared?
100.
So my equation is actually just going to be x squared plus y squared equals 100. That is the standard form equation for a circle centered at 0, 0. Okay? So, x squared plus y squared equals your radius squared. Okay, so let's take it one step further. Let's take it one step further. What if I gave you a circle centered at 0, 0, just like the last one, but it has a radius of r instead of 10?
X squared plus y squared equals r squared.
X squared plus y squared equals r squared.
Oh, you always win.
Right? X and y still. I'm still going x to the right, I'm still going y up. X squared plus y squared equals r squared. That is the equation we're going to use to write equations of circles. All you're going to do is plug in the radius. As long as it is centered at 0, 0, x squared plus y squared will work. Tomorrow we'll talk about circles not centered at 0, 0. Today's just 0, 0. Alright? So let's try another one. Equation for a circle centered at 0, 0 and a radius of 6. Well, 0, 0 tells us it's going to be x squared plus y squared equals my radius squared. In other words, 6 squared. 36. So it equals 36. That's my equation. The equation for a circle. Right there. All done. All you got to do. It's pretty easy, right? Well, let's try this one. The equation for a circle centered 0, 0, radius of 2.5. Well, x squared plus y squared equals 6.25. So I'm taking 2.5 and I'm squaring it. Good. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So these equations come right from Pythagorean Theorem. If you drew that circle out, you can plug any x and y value in that's on the circle, and it should equal your radius squared. Okay, well let's look at the next one. We're going the other way now. We want the center of the radius with the equation of x squared plus y squared equals 144. Hold on. Alyssa, what's my center going to be? 0, 0. Right? X squared plus y squared tells me it's just 0, 0. And what did you say my radius is going to be, Cam? Cam, what did you say the radius would be? 12. How'd you get that? Square root it, right? We know 144 is equal to r squared. Right? Because we plugged it in. So if I square root both sides, I should get the radius. Good. Alright, next one. X squared plus y squared equals 20. Andrew. You are Andrew, right?
Correct.
Okay. I want the center of that equation.
Yes.
What would it be?
0,
0, 0, right? X squared plus y squared is telling me it's just going to be at 0, 0. Ooh, alright. Radius. Adam. Can you help me find the radius, please? Why not? It's not a perfect square. Okay, but hold on. What if I wrote, so 20 equals the radius squared, right? So if I take the square root of both sides, I get square root of 20 equals the radius. Now 20 is not a perfect square, but I can take a perfect square out of it. Right? Is there a perfect square that goes into 20? 4 does. 4 times what gives me 20? 5. Good. Well, square root of 4 is 2, and square root of 5 is not a nice number, so it's 2 root 5. Yes, Iman? You had your passbook? Okay, fill it out. Bring it up here. Hey, guys, listen. In a second, we're going to work on graphing circles. Off the top of your head, do you know what the 2 root 5 is? Without using your calculator? 2 square root of 5? No, obviously not, right? I don't expect you to. When we start graphing, if you want to put square root of 20 into your calculator and then use that to graph, which will come about in a little bit, you'll be able to do that. But when we're writing a radius, I want that exact number. Right? I want to know exactly what the radius is. Okay, so please use simplified radical form. Alright, then. So we're given the point 5, 12 on a circle, 0, 0. Centered at 0, 0. Can we find the radius? Answer is yes. The real question is, how do I find the radius? Adam, what do you think?
5 squared plus 12 squared.
That's it?
Equals 3 squared.
Okay, how'd you get that?
I just used the formula.
You use the formula, right? We have x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So if they give us an x and a y that is on the circle, keyword, on the circle, I should be able to plug it in here and solve for r. So if I do 5 squared plus 12 squared equals r squared, I get 25 plus 144 is r squared, which 25 plus 144 is 169.
Equals 13.
Equals 13. We take the square root of it, right? Our radius is 13. Hey, Do you think maybe there's another way you can go about finding the radius? Maybe something we learned on Monday? If I'm given 2 points, what's the formula? What's that called? The distance formula, right? If you want to use distance formula, you can. You have a center and you have a point on the circle. Distance will give you the radius. Or you can use the formula we found up here. Okay, so now that you have a center at 0, 0 and a radius of 13, can you write an equation? What is it? U, Isabella.
X squared plus y squared equals, 13 squared.
What is, and what 13 squared is? Perfect, thank you. Okay, so yes, x squared plus y squared equals r squared. You plug 13 in for r. 13 squared is 169. Good. Any questions?
If you were to put 13 squared on the test, would you mark it off?
Because we know what 13 squared is, right? We know how to do that. So let's put it in our calculators and do it, or we can just do it in our head. Okay? Alright, last 2 problems. Talk about graphing. Before I even think about graphing, I already have a circle up there. Idiot I am. X squared plus y squared equals 64. Where's my center at that circle? 0, 0, right? Just x squared plus y squared, so 0, 0. What is my radius for that circle? 8, because I take 64, I take the square root of it. Okay, so what you are going to do to graph this, you're going to plot your center at 0, 0. And all we're going to do is we're going to go up, down, left, and right, however big our radius is. In this case, it's 8. So I'm going up 8, plotting a point. Left 8, plotting a point. Down 8, to the right 8. And then you're just going to sketch your circle in. If you draw a diamond or a box, it will get marked wrong. If you draw a really poor circle, that is perfectly okay. I understand they're your best approximations. Everyone's not going to make a perfect circle. We're not all using compasses here. Alright? So sketch in your best of your ability. Like mine is like pretty perfect. But do your best.
Wait, what do you put at negative 8 to?
What's that?
What do you also put at negative 8?
Because I'm going to say my radius can be any direction from my center.
Oh, okay.
Okay? The distance couldn't be negative, but the radius goes in all directions. Okay, last one. X squared plus y squared equals square root of 20.
How are you going to do the 2 and 5?
Oh, we'll talk about it. Just relax. I know you're excited. Okay, center for x squared plus y squared equals 20. 0, 0. Still just x squared plus y squared. Radius for square root of 20. That's equal to 2 root 5, right? We figured that out. But we just said before, do you know 2 root 5 off the top of your head? It's what? Without putting it in your calculator, did you know it?
Yes.
So, I don't expect you to know it off the top of your head. So if you put it in your calculator, you get approximately 4.5. When you go to graph it, you can use that approximation, right? So go 0, 0. 4.5 up, left, down, and to the right. And draw in your circle. Okay? Alright, that is all. Any questions? Okay, swipe up, subscribe, like and comment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.